If you're considering LiveHive for your next webinar, there are a few things you need to know before buying. While it stands out among its competitors, there are some important points to consider that could influence your decision. Stick with us till the end, and we'll help you make an informed choice. First off, LiveHive offers a sleek, user-friendly interface that's easy to navigate, which is a huge plus. It's perfect for businesses or individuals who want a straightforward platform without a steep learning curve. But when compared to alternatives like Zoom or WebEx, LiveHive might lack some of the advanced features you're used to, like breakout rooms or integrated whiteboards. Next thing to keep in mind, the pricing. LiveHive's pricing is competitive, but it may seem a little higher when compared to other webinar platforms with similar features. So, while you might be paying for simplicity, you're also paying for fewer bells and whistles. If your needs go beyond just hosting standard webinars, you might want to consider platforms like Zoom or GoToWebinar. The third thing to consider is customization. LiveHive lets you customize the registration page and branding to some extent, but not as much as some competitors. If your business thrives on branding consistency, you might find this limitation a bit frustrating. Tools like Demio or Webinar Jam offer a much higher degree of customization. Another point to think about is scalability. LiveHive is great for small to medium-sized webinars, but if you're planning to host large-scale events with thousands of attendees, you might run into some issues with performance or features. Platforms like On24 or BigMarker have better scalability for larger events. Now let's talk about integrations. LiveHive does have some integrations with tools like CRM systems and email marketing, but it's not as extensive as some other platforms. If you rely heavily on connecting your webinar tool with a wide range of apps, you might find the integration options a bit limiting here. The sixth thing to mention is the customer support. LiveHive offers decent support, but it's not as robust as other platforms. If you value 24/7 live chat or in-depth customer support, you might find the response time slower than competitors like Zoom or WebEx, where customer service is usually more accessible. Another factor to think about is the analytics. LiveHive offers some basic analytics like attendee numbers and engagement, but if you're looking for detailed insights into user behavior, you might not get the depth you need. Platforms like Demio and EverWebinar provide more comprehensive reporting features. The eighth thing is automation. LiveHive's automation features are solid, but not as advanced as what you might find with other software. For example, it doesn't offer automated follow-ups or registration reminders in the same way as some of its competitors, which could be a deal breaker if you rely on automation to keep attendees engaged. Let's move on to the platform's security features. LiveHive does include standard security protocols like encryption and password protection for webinars, but if you need additional security options like private event hosting, other platforms like Zoom or GoToWebinar might be more equipped to handle sensitive content. Another important consideration is the mobile experience. While LiveHive does offer mobile-friendly features, its mobile app isn't as polished as some of its competitors. If you or your attendees often join webinars on mobile, you might find the experience a bit lackluster compared to platforms like Zoom, which has a more refined mobile app. The 10th thing to be aware of is the ease of use for your attendees. LiveHive does a good job of making it simple for attendees to join webinars, but the registration process can sometimes feel a bit clunky. Other platforms like Webinar Jam offer smoother, more intuitive registration processes that can lead to a better user experience. Finally, let's talk about the trial period. LiveHive offers a limited trial, but it's not as generous as some of the other options in the market. If you're on the fence, you might want to test out other platforms that offer longer free trials to better evaluate whether their features match your needs. So, is LiveHive worth it? It's a solid option for smaller webinars with basic needs, but it may fall short for those who need advanced features, customization, or top-tier support. If you want a better option, check out our recommended solution, which you can try for free.